Hello everyone in the 7 Effect community. This is Jodie, one of the co-founders of the 7 Effect, and I am here in the beautiful Viwa Island Resort in Fiji, and I'm actually here with Roy Halliday. Is that how I pronounce your surname?
That's correct.
Roy Halliday, who is one of the owners of Viwa Island Resort. He's a Scottishman, but he's now calling Fiji home most of the year. And Roy and I were having a chat the other day, as we do. He loves to talk about business and leadership like I do. And he shared with me some of his philosophies and his concepts or wisdom around business. And I said, right, I'm going to grab you and do a quick interview. So I'm thrilled to be able to introduce you to the 7 Effect community, Roy. You are a very inspiring lifestyle entrepreneur. Can you share with us first a bit about why Viwa Resort? What are you doing here? And he's Scottish, so bear with the accent.
Yes, I'll try to slow down and articulate as much as possible.
Yeah.
So a brief background was I was 27 years in corporate finance and I left that role as a CEO of a business in Hong Kong, of a listed company in January 2014. And at that time, I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to do something different for myself. But then I realised that answering that question about what job do I do next was much more difficult than I had anticipated, which made me reflect on how difficult it is for kids leaving school and they get all that pressure about what are you going to do next? What are you going to do next?
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And you were how old and you still couldn't answer it?
44 years old as a retired CEO, and I still find the question difficult to answer.
Yeah.
And it took me 6 months to realise that it was actually just too difficult to answer that question the way I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
So I thought I have to think about it a different way, and I have to think about it around the one philosophy I've always had in life as a young person is I think everyone should know what their one wish in life should be.
Yeah, I love that. One wish.
One wish, and you cannot wish for health,
Yep.
you cannot wish for wealth, and you cannot wish for happiness. Because
that's
everybody,
cliche.
everybody wants to be healthy, wealthy and happy.
Yep.
So you cannot wish for that, but you can wish for anything. It's a dream wish.
And
so,
it doesn't have to be achievable realistically.
Absolutely.
It's a stretched dream.
A stretched
We talk
dream
a lot about dare to dream at the 7 Effect.
Yeah, absolutely. So
what's your wish?
my wish is I want to meet every single person in the world. That's my wish.
Now, when Roy told me that, I thought, are you crazy? So now I couldn't think of anything worse. How exhausting.
So, and it took me into some bizarre situations. So, for example, when I was the CEO in Hong Kong, a busy city with 7 million people, I made a point every day of saying hello to a complete stranger, which to me took me one step forward and closer to my goal of meeting every single person in the world. Now, I'm sure that maybe freaked them out a little bit, but it made me happy and one stage forward in my wish and my dream.
And to me, that's a very courageous thing to enjoy doing. So I'm a shy person by nature, believe it or not. I do a lot of public speaking, but I'm quite shy. But going up to a stranger and just introducing myself is something that would scare me, and I know it would scare a lot of people. But that's actually something you get a kick out of.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love it. I mean,
he does too. You watch him every night. He'll just do the rounds up here at the resort and go and meet people, and it's great.
Yeah, I'm a people junkie. There's no doubt about it. And all of my businesses that I have set up now surround themselves with people and interesting people.
Yeah.
So my one wish in life was I want to meet every single person in the world. So that helped me think about, right, but what else do I want to do? I've already failed in identifying my next job. I can't do it. So then I thought, well, rather than think about the job, let's think about the attributes that have to be in place for me to want to do anything.
Nice. Yep.
So that then got me thinking about what's important to me for whatever I get involved in. And it came out with 4 attributes that are sitting underneath the arch of my one wish in life. So those 4 attributes for me, and not in any specific order, are I don't do anything now unless I believe in the product that I am going to get involved with.
These are great attributes for people that are looking to start their own business as well, because you've got 3 businesses, which we'll talk about in a moment. But you know, if you want to start a business, you've got to believe in the idea or the product. So that's number 1. You must believe in it. Yep.
Number 2, don't compromise on the price of your product. You know, don't overprice it. Don't underprice it. Price it correctly at a fair price that's going to obviously make you some profit, but also be fair for the consumer. So number 2 is price appropriately and stick to the price.
And always, we talk a lot about this at the 7 Effect. In your pricing, price for value. You know, it's not about being the cheapest or the most economical, but the most high value. We talk a lot about being high
Absolutely.
value.
Totally correct. And then the third thing is, you've got the correct product, you've priced it correctly, and I aim to make sure that that product sells at that price, and then it repeat sells. So that customer or that guest comes back and they say, you know, I wasn't sure before I made the order, but I've purchased this stay at Viwa and it's awesome. The price was fair and I want to go and purchase it again. So then you build up a repeat customer database.
And you were saying the other night, Roy, that a large percentage now of your clients, and we've actually met quite a few repeat offenders, are return visitors. And I can see why after 5 nights here, we would be a return visitor for
So
sure.
we had no returnee guests when we bought the place 3 years ago. And now 50% of our guests are returnees. So utopia for me would be, you know, having something like 85% of their guests being returnees. And then it ends up that what happens is Christmas and New Year, it's like a reunion of the families of the guests that come, and they all come back, which is excellent. Yeah,
and we've met quite a few people that they just keep coming back here, and they know Roy like a mate, and they know the ins and outs of the island and the resort, which is great.
So that's number 3, repeat customers. So number 4, the last one, is you really can't be successful in anything you do unless you have fun and like doing it.
Love
it. You know, those 4 attributes, along with my one wish in life sitting overarching it, they help. So to give you an example, if I am offered a business opportunity where it's a fantastic product, the price is good, I think there's going to be repeat purchases of that product, but it just looks boring to me, and it's not going to work for me. It's going to fail for me. The business itself might be successful, but it'll fail in delivering all of my attributes. So if I'm not having fun, I'm not doing it.
It's for you. Exactly. No fun, no win.
And it's like, if the product's great and I'm going to have great fun, and the price looks good, but no repeat customers, failed again, back down. So then
you've got to get all 4.
Yeah, all 4. But then it makes it really easy for you to assess what you're going to do, because there's so many opportunities for people to do so many things out there. Where do you start? And if you don't know what's important to you, my 4 I've shared with you, and the overarching wish. So now when I get business opportunities, if it doesn't tick all the 5 boxes for me, I just pass it on to someone else.
I love that, and I really wanted to interview you and share that with our community, because so many people out there are trying to build their ideal dream business, and I just think those 4 areas are really great things to consider in when you start designing your products and services, and how you want to win clients and what types of relationships you want to build with clients. Particularly number 4, you've got to have fun. That's a big one for Amy and I at the 7 Effect as well.
Yeah, no, totally.
So that's great, and you know, I have to say, this is such an inspiring place that you've created here at Viwa, and your story as well, Roy, is really inspiring. So this is one of 3 businesses that you're currently involved in? Yep. So tell us a little bit about the other 2.
So I've got an art and design company in Hong Kong as well. So what happened, the story behind that was quite interesting. I met this young artist and designer. He's 25 years old, and you imagine, he's a really nice guy, I really like the guy, but what his passion of art and design, I don't really share, to be honest with you. I like it, but and I have fun in it. This is the difference. I like what he does. I don't really understand it, to be honest with you. So when he talks to me, an ex-finance guy, and I talk to him, a creative artist, you can imagine the words that we use talking to each other. It's like a different planet. Different planet. But that didn't stop us taking it forward, because he was working for another company and he wanted to strike out on his own. He had no idea how to structure a business or anything, but his passion for it was certainly there.
Brilliant.
Then it went back to the same things again. What does the product look like that he's describing the business that he wants to build? And I thought, that's a great product. Pricing it, we can price correctly and hopefully it'll repeat. And then, am I going to have fun doing this? Hell yeah, I had a lot of fun setting up, and it's been running now for 3 years as well. And we still have this disconnect in the words that we use, because he's 25 and I'm 48, so there's a generation apart. But boy, I have fun with that business as well, and it's great. So I go up to Hong Kong 3 or 4 times a year, check in, everything's okay, but I don't really have to do much, it runs itself.
So essentially you came on as a partner, he does the business, and you came in with the business sense to set it up and structure it and get it running.
So I capitalised it all, gave him some equity in the business as well, and now he's gaining more equity in the business. And the concept at the end of the day is for him to be the majority shareholder and me to phase out.
Oh, that's great. And then the final business that you've got?
So I own the largest sports bar in Hong Kong. So an average size of a bar in Hong Kong is about 500 square feet, 50 square metres. My bar is 4,000 square feet.
Wow.
So it's about 8 times bigger than the average.
Wow, far out.
And what happened there was, it was funny, the opportunity came up to buy this bar, and my local general manager of the bar where I drank all the time in Hong Kong said, if you buy that bar, I will come and run it for you with all the staff that you know well from your local bar.
Yeah.
So it didn't make me very
Yeah,
popular
that's cool.
in my local bar.
No, you
but
took everyone.
Took everyone. But now he's the general manager, he runs that bar, and it's the most successful sports bar in Hong Kong. Again, going back to the 5 things, I want to meet every single person in the world.
Yeah.
It's a great place, it's a revolving door of people.
Yep.
Like the resort as well.
Absolutely.
And
Yep.
it's a great product, it's well priced, lots of repeat customers and great fun in there. So
Yeah.
simple concepts again just steered me towards wanting to do that.
And it works over all
Yep.
3 of your businesses.
And none of my businesses are based on my old expertise in corporate finance. None of them.
There you go. And they're all just about having fun
Yep.
and seeing the world and meeting people, which is
Yeah.
your one big wish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Roy, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
having the interview with me and for also hosting Jason and I here at Viwa Island Resort. If you're looking to get to Fiji, make sure you come and check out this place. It's renowned for having some of the best beaches, and I've heard many people say the best beach because it's white sandy beaches in Fiji, and it's wonderful hospitality. Roy and his team are absolutely incredible. Thanks very much for your
You're
time.
welcome. Nice to meet you, Jodie.
See you later.
See you guys.
See you everyone.
Bye.
Bye.